Hi there, I'm Jo McGowan and I run Guildford Business Training. I'm delighted that you've chosen to watch my About Me video so I can tell you a little bit more about how I've got to where I am with my business and how I might be able to help you. So I have run my own businesses for the last 20 years. And 14 of those years I've been based in the gorgeous town of Guildford, which is in the Surrey Hills area of Surrey in England. And we're not far from London as well. So we get the best of both worlds. You can probably see sort of behind me over there is a lovely shot of London taken from the Shard. So really very much love where I live. But I also love helping other local businesses to achieve their full marketing potential, whether that be online, offline, or a combination of the two. And that's what I do these days. But actually, my career progression has been very different up till now. I first began my own business at the age of 21 after I'd graduated university. I ran a performing arts academy. And in those days, it was really easy to market my business. Now, I'm sure you can probably suspect with a business like that, a lot of my work came from word of mouth, from people referring me and being happy with the services that I provided. But to get completely new leads into the business, the only things I really used was an advert in the Yellow Pages, a directory that got delivered to people's doors. And once a term, I would put an ad in the local paper. Now, for those of you that are aware of the Yellow Pages, you'll know now that it's a publication that's really thin. Before it used to be a really thick doorstop publication. Now it's really thin. Not many people advertise or see it as effective advertising anymore. And perhaps newspaper advertising is viewed in the same way in a lot of industries as well. But for me then, 20 years ago, it worked really well. It got me a steady stream of customers coming in. Yes, it cost me a fair amount of money, but it was pretty easy. I didn't really have to do much about it. Now, I ran that business for 9 years, and towards the end of running that business, I began to see that actually those forms of advertising weren't effective anymore. I was still doing them, but I was getting less and less inquiries coming that way. And that was problematic. I did start to see a bit of a drop off in my business. So I had to start thinking of different ways of marketing my business to attract my ideal clients. And I soon realized that people were starting to go online more and more to find local services. So I decided to get a website, and I was one of the first in my niche industry to have a website. And the parents loved it. They loved being able to go on and find the information at their fingertips. And, everything they needed to know was there. And I started to get far more inquiries via email than I was by the phone. People seemed to love being able to communicate in that way. So I really did see that the tide was starting to turn towards the end of running that business. Now, I sold that business when I got pregnant with my son, who is now almost 11. And after he was born, I went back and did a bit of freelance teaching. But within 2 years, I was hungry to start a new business of my own. And I went into events. I started running a children's party company, again, which was great. It was great fun to run. And a lot of my business, again, did come from referrals. But how did I get started? You have to have your first couple of clients before that word of mouth starts to kick in. So I started advertising that business on a local mum's listing site, and I got some inquiries and a couple of bookings for that. But the game changer again for me was when I got my own website, which is about 3 months into running the business. I had that up and running, and within a month I was fully booked for the rest of the summer, just by having this website and directing people to this. It was brilliant. People could find out what they needed to know. They got to know me a bit better. They could see the social proof in the form of testimonials, and it really did start to up my bookings significantly. Now, the other thing that really, really helped get that business established was Facebook. I noticed early on that actually Facebook were now offering businesses the chance to have a page on there, and what a great way it was to engage with my potential clients. Most of the people that were booking me were mums. Facebook was where mums were hanging out. There were lots of groups that they were hanging out on. So by providing useful tips, useful information on both my Facebook page and in Facebook groups, I soon became the go-to person for children's party in my area. And it was brilliant. It was a really good way of engaging with my customers, getting them to see what I'm like, and getting that trust element. So that was something that I ran for many years and loved doing. But as my family grew up, it again wasn't really the best fit for me anymore. So I started to think about other things I could do. And I seemed to have an eye for spotting the next great marketing opportunity for my own businesses, spotting where my ideal clients are going to be and when is the time to move on. I also seem to have a knack for creating posts and marketing communications that did connect with my ideal clients. So I started to wonder whether this was something that actually I could do for other people too. I began that by teaching on a course of women that were looking to get back to work or start their own businesses. And I saw that actually, yes, I did have a knack for spotting ideas and techniques that would work well in their businesses, not just my own. And then I started working with other businesses, providing done-for-you social media packages, advising them on their marketing, giving them audits, training them in how to use digital marketing to the best effects. And I've worked with all manner of different businesses, photographers, exercise teachers, charities, online shops, therapists, consultants, all sorts of businesses. And with all of them, I've been able to increase their engagement, increase the leads coming into their business, and also make them more efficient and more imaginative in what they're posting to actually connect with those ideal clients and keep them in front of mind for their existing clients. So with that in mind, I started running online training, I started offering done-for-you social media services, and I started offering audit services just to help people get started or reevaluate where they are. And I also started running a hub locally for businesses where they could come and meet and get to know all the latest developments, what applies to them, getting them thinking differently about their businesses and how they can develop those on. And that has taught me so much about the different things, the different issues that people have in growing their businesses. So I feel I'm really well placed now to help lots of local businesses thrive and move on. So I'd like to invite you on a free webinar. I know most of you watching this video will have already purchased my marketing planner, which is a 3-month planner that can help you get your marketing communications really, really streamlined, really, really targeted so that you're talking to those ideal clients and are actually selling those really great value propositions that you have in your business already. So those of you who've got that, hopefully you've had a look at it, but I want to teach you how you can really use that effectively and give you lots and lots of tips and tricks to really get your marketing communications working across the board, saving you less time and giving you the ideas of stuff that you always have ready to actually communicate effectively with those ideal clients. So if you've got my marketing planner, then great, you'll find it of lots of use to attend this free webinar. If you haven't got the marketing planner, you can obviously get hold of it, but you'll find lots of value in this free webinar as well, as we talk about how you can plan for the next 3 months to really make your marketing work for your business. So there's a sign up box just below this video. So do sign up. I'll be great to see you there. I can't wait to share lots of tips with you and really get your marketing working well for you. Look forward to seeing you soon.